Is your bank modern or ancient? This lesson was added due to an unfortunate experience that I had. With today's list of bills, you can't bank the way your ancestors banked 200 years ago, or even in the 1970s. Things have changed drastically since then. So let's make sure that your bank has the needed technology for today's banking needs, because some of them don't have it. One day, for various reasons, I decided to change banks. At a new bank, I was opening a checking account and a credit card. I was very careful to state that I wanted to be able to see all transactions on both accounts with the same home login. I was also careful to state that I wanted to be able to make credit card payments using an online transfer from my home login. The bank employee promised this could be done. Unfortunately, after accounts were opened, I couldn't see the credit card transactions or make payments with my bank login. Even though the credit card had my bank's name on it, the credit card was from a different bank. This new bank was stuck in the 1970s, still contracting out the then unknown new service of credit cards. I had to find another new bank, open more accounts, and close those worthless accounts at the first new bank. I don't know if somehow I miscommunicated what I wanted, or if the employee just wasn't paying attention. But, like a lot of businesses say, if it isn't in writing, then it didn't happen. So I now write my requirements before I enter the bank. I've created a form with a list of my requirements that I need from a bank. The form is designed for the bank employee to initial each requirement and sign their name at the bottom. I seriously doubt that you'll be able to get any signatures or initials. But the fact that you have requirements listed and printed should grab their attention enough that you should be able to get the real facts before doing business. You can download the bank account requirements spreadsheet from this page. There is a link to the file on the second line of the description of this video. You can pause this video while downloading and opening the file. All downloadable files are free. They are Excel spreadsheets with the XLSX file extension. This type of file was chosen as it will not support macros, which means they can't collect any of your personal data. After downloading, move it out of your downloads folder onto your desktop. Later, you can move it to any folder as you like. Just don't keep it in your downloads folder. The first time you open the spreadsheet, you may have to click on Enable Editing so you can enter your data. You may already know the answer for each requirement. If so, then there's no need to have your bank verify the requirements. But if you don't know for sure, then you need to visit your bank. When going to a bank, print this form and take it with you. It's very important that you take a printed copy with you to the bank. Verbal just doesn't get it all the time, which unfortunately means that a phone call doesn't do it either. When talking to the bank employee, don't tell them what you need. Just print their name on the paper so they see you doing it. Then give them the paper and ask if they can meet all of these requirements. Make them read the paper to find out what you want. And make sure they read all the requirements before moving ahead with anything. Don't let them get sidetracked talking about different types of checking accounts or credit cards. You may have to force them to go through the entire list first. If your current bank can't meet all of these requirements, you should strongly consider finding a modernized bank. You don't really have to change banks. Tabs will probably still work for you, but it will mean some inconvenience. If you're going to change banks, please do it this week, as future lessons will make it more difficult to change banks later. If changing banks, make sure to open one checking account and one credit card account. If you currently use multiple accounts, don't go crazy opening new accounts at this time. Don't even order checks. For now, you need to first verify that the bank you're going to use can meet all the requirements. Once you have verified that the bank can meet the requirements, then you can order checks and open other accounts, change your direct deposit, etc. If you don't verify first, you may be changing banks again, like I had to. As for the credit card, I know some of you don't want a credit card or another credit card, but today's credit rating formula requires you to have some type of variable credit, like a credit card. It's the only way to have a credit rating in the top 25%. Without a credit card, you'll probably max out at about 713. That's about the middle of the good range. The middle of the whole scoring range is 575, and 575 still falls in the poor range. So without a credit card, you're limiting yourself to a low credit score. Without a credit card, you'll never have a credit rating of very good, excellent, or exceptional. You don't have to use the credit card. You just need to have it to improve your credit score. Later, there's several lessons on credit cards and on your credit rating. I suggest you get a card from the same bank as your checking account. It's easier to review your charges and make a payment with an online transfer. It's also my personal opinion that this ease of payment is worth more than the points, miles, or cash back that other banks may offer. If you already have a credit card or cards, I suggest you carry only one credit card for emergencies only. Don't cancel any credit cards now. For now, just leave all other credit cards at home. More on that in other lessons. Back to bank accounts. If you verify that a bank can't meet all the requirements, then you'll have to find another bank. If your current bank meets these requirements and you already have a credit card, then you're done for this week. The rest of you have some homework to do. We've done a lot this week, and some of you have the homework of finding a new bank. So we'll get to the tabs budget next week. See you then. Okay, we have a change in plan. This lesson on banks was added due to a bad experience that I had, and leaving some of you with nothing to do the first week is not a great plan of action. So I'm combining the first 2 weeks into 1 week with parts A and B. Those of you who need to change banks, you have the option to stop here until you find a new bank. I know the video says we'll get into tabs budget next week, but I think it's best to move ahead and allow everyone the option to start your budget now. So on completion of this lesson, week 1B will become available for you to continue. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helps you to understand and take control of your finances. Please help me by hitting those like and subscribe buttons. Thanks. A link to the next lesson is in the description of this video.